Episode 6, East and Southwest Coasts, Malaysia, 18th to the 29th of February 2004. Kota Bharu is the capital of Kelang and up against the Thailand border. It's a large city, a lot of beautiful mosques and beautiful beaches. Fishing is an important industry here. I returned to last night's camp with a bag of fresh mackerel. Small crop farming is also very important. I've got in the habit of stopping at roadside fruit stalls for fresh fruit for breakfast. There are lots of beautiful coastal scenes and protected mangrove areas, beautiful beaches everywhere you go with food stalls along them. A few beautiful small towns. The highways here are really good condition. Kuala Terengganu, the capital of the state of Terengganu. The Crystal Mosque, and another massive mosque, and two more mosques virtually on top of each other. Some floating fish farms. I don't know if they stay there or they get moved out, shaded out. Some beautiful street scenes, Chinese temples all through the place. The nightlife is pretty good and the street food is fantastic, and again beautiful beach scenes. Went past an oil refinery and Macca's Cake and Coffee for Smoko. Macca's are the same world over. Beautiful beaches in this area and beautiful beach camping all through here. It really is a nice part of the country. Continuing south, I came across a battle cat at the KE2 battalion, visited a beautiful waterfall, which was quite a popular spot. There's some beautiful tree trunks in this forestry and an army museum. These driftwood horses looked quite good. I liked it. Again, some more beautiful beaches where I was looking for a camp. The roads out here are quiet, not many stores around, although the towns are quite busy. Love the ocean scenes in these little towns. Found a lovely little camp for the night. Beach camping here is fantastic. What a beautiful little fire. Camping on this free beach most of the way down the East Malaysian coast. I think Kuantan was the last big town I went past, and now I'm heading towards Missouri. Beautiful sunrise from my tent this morning, and riding further south toward Mersing, I saw a big monitor lizard. They're kind of like a goanna. Plenty of monkeys along the road. Some beautiful little towns. This one just across the Henju River. I sat and just listened to the conversation with people in this busy roadside eatery. I didn't understand the word they were saying, and the waitress couldn't understand me, but I managed to get a cup of tea, or Nescafe. I got a cup of Nescafe. Really good, really good. So once we crossed the Henju River, we were in the southernmost state, Johor. Plenty of monkeys along the road. I had some bananas, I couldn't help but give them some. I love these beach scenes, and we're now in Mersing, where I got this beautiful room for 2 nights at $30 a night. It was good. I had cracked the luggage rack and I got it welded up for about $10. So this is the scene, the ferry scene behind my room, and my room from the ferries. Mersing, a nice bright colourful town. Food is so cheap, it's beautiful. But the next day, just walking around Mersing. A Chinese temple at the entrance roundabout to Mersing. This is a water fountain with carp in it, and the 12 different animals from the Chinese calendar. I love these Chinese temples, they're always so colourful and bright and happy. Dragons feature a lot. And the Indian temple right next door to that Chinese temple. The Mersing Mosque up on top of a hill with a beautiful view of the city, the beach, the Esplanade and the islands. Walking along the foreshore is beautiful public space, past the harbour where there's a lot of fishing boats. I got this absolutely delicious cold ice treat. Travelling south from Mersing the next morning and just stopping in coastal towns along the way just to soak up the atmosphere and sit in this cafe. I love these beautiful old fishing villages. A fellow by the name of Vanny spotted me in the car park and noticed a solo rider and came up and said hello. We had coffee and became friends. I love the scenes in these coastal fishing villages. These boats aren't wrecks, they're just waiting for the tide to float them. The beaches are very popular, especially on weekends, but you can find a nice quiet place to camp if you keep your eye out there. A motorcycle, a tent, beautiful clear moonlit night on the beach. And a lovely campfire at Kampong Gambu Beach, southeast Malaysia. Life is good. The people next door invited me over for dinner. It was very kind of them. We had a mullet and some rice with chilli, and then that was followed by a lamb dish, and it was really lovely. It was really lovely. The people here are just fantastic, and for total strangers to invite me over for dinner, it was just wonderful. The camping here is just beautiful, and the people, I just can't explain how fantastic the people are here. Short ride west the next morning to Johor Bahru. Coffee and cake for Smoko. 90
Very busy industrial port. There were a couple of oil fields offshore earlier, but I couldn't really get much of a view. I'm going to take to Singapore now.
So I went past Johor Bahru to a little place called Kupang, where there's a big fishing village and another floating town just like that fishing island I went to off Port Klang earlier. And it's a really beautiful spot there, and I got a really nice room for about $20. It's a really lovely little town, tucked nice and tight into the southwest corner. On the Monday, I went back to a northern suburb of Johor Bahru to catch up with Vizu. Vizu, very proud of his town. He took me and showed me around. We went to the southernmost tip of mainland Asia. It was a really good day. Vizu was a really good host. And here we are at the southernmost tip. We came across this mangrove nursery. They're doing a lot of re-veg work, which I was into, and the equator, 0 degrees north-south. Again, another beautiful room for about $20 a night. Vizu then took me out to dinner with his beautiful family. A lady was having a birthday. I was saying happy birthday and earned some cake. We then went out for beers and cheers. Great day, and Vizu is a fantastic host. On Tuesday the 27th I met up with Benny. We rode together all the way to Moa. Some beautiful beach scenes along the way. Benny is a good rider, and we had some late afternoon smoker in Moa. Benny then dropped me off at my hotel and rode back home. I would later change hotels to a more central location. The town of Moa lights up at night time. It's really pretty, it really is. It's a nice town to be in. Just be careful booking hotels online. Go and have a look where you want to be, and just walk in and ask how much for a hotel. I decided to stop and have a look around Mersing the following day. I went out to the hot springs. The central pool is quite hot. The two outer rings are cool and full of kids just having fun. I found this history lesson in a hotel lobby, which it was really good. It was good reading, really good reading. Moa is very proud of its murals, so I walked around and picked up as many as I could. These birds really made me happy. They were just so cute.
Don't park under any trees.
So a few more murals depicting different things like the mangrove wetlands that they are so proud of, a couple of state flags, and the Chinese districts, an Indian temple which was open even at this hour. There's a exercise dance restaurants and food fairs in the bus terminal. There's actually a live band in the corner of the car park that you can hear. So along the road the next morning between Moa and Malacca, there are some really beautiful natural wetland areas which you would probably be able to camp along, but there's no toilets or showers here. There's some beautiful little villages along this road, and it's quite a nice part of the country. Sering is a small fishing village along the way. There's a lot of dried fish for sale. It's only a very small village with the typical Malaysian harbour in the mangrove creeks and gullies. An old bullock wagon. Tani Sering, a small fishing village on my way from Moa to Malacca. Some little floating fishing stations out here. I'd say they're probably fish farms of some sort. Big amount of power just making its way across this little bay. A few little islands out there. More of these. It's going to be a fish farm. A city in the background, quite probably Malacca. This little village goes on for a bit further. I love these little fishing villages. This is like the real Malaysia. There's not really any tourism here. These are people just earning a living. Local recreational fishermen told me that these fish farms are shellfish, sort of like a mussel.